Okay, we can get started. So good evening, everybody. Thank you for taking your time to come and join us this evening. So tonight we're going to be having a myExams blast session. So just note that the session will be recorded and will be made available as a resource on the Open Guide site. Don't worry if you perhaps have bad connectivity or miss anything, the recording will be available. So just note today we're focusing on specific on myExams readiness. So we will look at the tools that you need, answer questions regarding the tools, and so just specifically in terms of what type of assessments are available, what type of proctoring tools can you expect, how do you actually go and see what type of proctoring tools you will need, and then how do you also access the mock exams. So this session, as I mentioned, is a blast session. So it differs a bit from our normal webinars. The webinars we conduct usually on a Tuesday and a Thursday. So the webinar is very structured where we go step by step through all the, cover all the material. So this is more a feedback session where we will open a mic session for you to ask a question and we address aspects where you perhaps are stuck or struggling with. So if you're coming to this session, we expected you already visited the guide site. You perhaps also attended a webinar session, so you're familiar with the content. And this is just to address some additional aspects where you might still need a little bit more clarity for the session. I see there is people that saying they have got no audio. They will just have to connect. Reconnect again. I'll post the message now. So as mentioned, for this session, you should already be familiar with the myExams Open Guide site. So if you have not visited the site previously, please open the site now. I'll quickly take you through the site again, just to show all the resources that's available on the site. So if you can use your mobile phone to take a picture. I will post the link in the chat again as well. So you can click on the link and from there open up the guide site. Just quickly post it in there. Okay, so the link should be showcasing now in your chat. So I will also open up quickly the, so if you click on the link, what it should open up is the myExams online guides. So on these guides, you will find a lot of information on how do you access the myExams portal, what type of exams to expect, what type of proctoring is going to be used, and then we also look at some other additional frequently asked questions that you might have and who to contact when you need support. So just to emphasize that tonight we focus on the technical aspects, so we can't answer any module related questions because we don't have necessarily your academics, or we don't know how your academics are going to set up the exam, but we will show you the tools where you can find out what proctoring you're going to be using and how to prepare for that. And then, well, unfortunately, we also won't be able to assist you with any student admin related questions, as this is specifically just in preparation for the exams. So if you visit the site, there is a schedule on here as well. So we already had a couple of sessions. Tonight we're doing the first blast session. So as mentioned, this is a feedback session. You'll notice there's also 3 links. So that's also to make sure there's not too many people in one session so that we can address any questions that you might have. So when you come to the site, start with the orientation. There's a little quiz as well, just to a pre-course assessment to find out what your knowledge is before you start. And then in the conclusion, there's a post-course assessment. So please complete that as well so that we just also can have a look at areas that you might be need some additional information. Then we've got all the sections. So the first one is how to access the myExams portal. All the steps are clearly illustrated on this portal, so you can just follow the steps, and this will show you how to log in on the day of your exam. The second one is the Proctoring Tools. So really go have a look at the Proctoring Tools section. Here you can find out as well how to upload your My Modules profile photo, as that has become a requirement now. And then you can find out what proctoring tools will your module use. I'll give a demonstration of that now. And then specifically also the two types of proctoring that's going to be used. So the first one is Moodle proctoring that uses your webcam or your cell phone camera. But it can also use your laptop camera or your desktop webcam. And then the other one is for take-home exams, is the Invigilator app, how to register for the app, how to find out if you're going to be using the Invigilator app. If you're not going to be using the Invigilator app, you will not be able to register for that. A section that we won't be covering is the iris modulation. And the reason for this is only used by CSET. So it's a College of Science, Engineering and Technology. And there's a very small group of students that's going to be using iris for this exams. So if you're not in the College of Science, Engineering, Technology, you will not be using the iris proctoring. And then also very important is the assessment types. So you might have seen already, it might say MCQ assessment or take-home assessment. What I want to what you need to take away from here is basically, if it's an MCQ, it's the same as the quiz that you used to do when you submitted assignments, and exactly the same with the take-home is the written assignments that you submitted. So we've got the guys on here as well that takes you through step by step on how to conduct an MCQ assessment and how to do a take-home assignment assessment. There is some additional information as well regarding academic integrity, why it's so important, some online assessment skills, how you're going to be, when you approach, for instance, an MCQ type of assessment, how do you prepare for that? And then also for support for students with disabilities. So if you have a disability, how do you disclose it? And how do you ask for special or request special exams? Finally, we've got the conclusion and then the mock exams. So you'll realize the mock exam is after the conclusion. So you should have worked through these material already and then complete the mock exams. So as mentioned, we've already had a couple of webinars. The recordings are on here. So if you want the step-by-step guide, how we take you through all of these aspects, then please have a look at the webinars first. This session is really just to address some areas where you perhaps have some uncertainty or where you need additional support. So the webinars are available on the site. And then we've also got downloadable guides. So if you, for instance, prefer to just download the PDFs of all the guides, you can do it from here as well, and then read later on your device or even print them out. And then finally, also very importantly, is the frequently asked questions. So we will be updating this through the exams as well, as we do get new questions or frequently questions that comes up during the exams. And then also support contact information. So what happens if you get stuck? What happens if you actually, during the session you can't submit or any technical problems? Who should you contact in this regard? So that is on the support contact information. But just to get started, some important tools that we just want to showcase quickly to you. The first one will be the proctoring. So you can access it from the proctoring tool, or what proctoring tool will my module use. So if you click on this button over here, you can just type in your module code. And this will bring up your module, and it will tell you whether it's a take-home exam or a MCQ exam. So what I just want you to take away, so if it's MCQ, it's quiz. It's most likely going to be Moodle proctoring. If it's a take-home assessment, it's going to be the Invigilator app. So also just remember, if it's Moodle proctoring, it's going to use your camera. If you're doing it on your phone, it will be use your phone camera. If it's your laptop, it will use your laptop camera. If you're going to be using a desktop, you will need to get a webcam to use the proctoring. You will unfortunately not be able to continue if you do not have some sort of camera. where if it's a take-home assignment type of assessment, you most likely will use an Invigilator app. And the Invigilator section covers all the information that you might need regarding the Invigilator app. Just note the Invigilator app, you won't be able to register on the app if one of your modules are not going to be using it. So make sure before you even try the app, make sure that one of your modules are actually going to be using the Invigilator app. Then secondly is the mock exams. So when you're ready, you went through the guides, you want to test it out, so you can go to the mock exams. And then from here, we've got a step-by-step videos as well, and a guide how to access the proctoring, the mock exams. Especially the first time when you click on the button, you log in, you'll have to click on this enroll button. And then there's two types of mock exams. The one is the MCQ quiz type of questionnaire, and the other one is the take home, the one that you download. So I'll quickly open it up for you just to have a look as well. So you just click on this button, open mock exam site. You will sign in with your student number and my user password. On the page that opens, you will notice then there is two types of exams available. In the future, once you've enrolled for the first time, it will also be available on your drop-down to quickly access. So it's the ADOVH 001. So just remember, with MCQ type of assessments, you're going to be using Moodle Proctoring. So you don't need to install anything, but you will need to allow for your camera. So you'll need a camera on your computer. And you'll notice, for instance, the first time you're going to visit, it's going to have a pop-up to ask you to allow your camera. If you accidentally select block, you'll need to click on this icon here at the top, the camera, and then allow it from here for this message to disappear. So then just refresh the page and then it should work perfectly. So if you get this message on your MCQ, it means that you are going to use a webcam. So from here, let's just quickly have a look at what it looks like. So the first thing is you'll need to just make sure that your camera works. You'll have to agree. And just remember, any tampering with the webcam can be seen as academic dishonesty. So please make sure the picture is clear, especially if you're using your cell phone as well, that you are focused in the picture. It will also give you just an indication of what is going to be the time limit. So start attempt. So for the Moodle proctoring, that's basically all you need to do is just make sure you've got a camera, you are central in your camera, you're visible, and then you follow the exact same steps as you would do a normal quiz. So you'll select from the multiple choice questions, you'll browse through all the questions that's available. And then on the last page, you will have this button finish attempt, or you can go to the quiz navigation and finish attempt from there. So you can see it's very important that you try this mock exams before you even, way before you're going to have your exams, to make sure that your technology, everything is working correctly, so you don't have to worry about it on the day. So on the last page, you can always go back to questions you might have missed very easily to go and select a specific outstanding question. And then when you're ready, you can go to finish attempt. And from here, once you've done all the questions and you're happy, you have to scroll down to the bottom and then submit all and finish. So we'll just select there, submit all and finish. And then we've made our submission. So some of the exams, or most of our MCQs for this exam cycle got 2 attempts. So remember, if you get stuck for a longer way or lose connectivity, it does save where you were, so you can just continue with your attempt. And then at the end, resubmit. So you don't need to use the 2 attempts. You only need to do the 1 to submit. The second attempt was just for if there's any additional technical errors. So that is basically how to submit the multiple choice. So the other one is the take-home exam. It's like the assignment. So remember this one, if you're going to use this one, you're going to be using the Invigilator app. So make sure that you're familiar with the Invigilator app. You have downloaded the Invigilator app, you registered on it if you're going to be using it. And then from here, when you come to a take-home exam, once your exam starts, so it's 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after, if you miss that period, you won't be able to start invigilation. So just like a normal exam that you do on a venue, you have to be on time to start the invigilation. Once you start invigilation, you download your exam paper. You will do the questions in Microsoft Word, or you will do it on paper and then scan it in afterwards. So remember as well, once you're done with the Invigilator app, when your time is run out, you first upload it to the Invigilator app, the photos and everything that it requires from you. You upload it, and then you have to come and upload it on the exam portal as well. So once you're ready, you can just come here, add submission. So mine is already has got a previous submission, but you can edit it still afterwards. So all you need to do is just click on add submission. You will, if I remove this file, for instance, I'll just upload a new one. So let's go here. Let's go here. We got an example file over here. So you just select the file. When the name appears, it's ready to upload. So you upload this file, and then you just say save changes, and then it's submitted. So it will show you a green bar submitted, and you can click on this link as well of what you submitted it to make sure you uploaded the correct one. So if you find that you uploaded the incorrect script, you can just go edit submission and upload the correct one. So very important here is just if you're going to be using the Invigilator app, get it as soon as possible. Do the demos that they've got as well on their site and practice with it so you don't have to worry about the app on the day. And remember, then first submit on the Invigilator app the photos that you need to take, and then you upload your script on myExams. So you do have an hour after the, how can I say, when the due date is or the due time for you to upload to my modules as well. But remember that it's not time for you to still work on it, because on the Invigilator app, you have to submit when your time is up. And then finally, just some notes that we picked up today with the exams that ran on today's cycle was, if you've got a very old Android device, make sure it's updated to the latest version, that your browser is updated. Some students, when they did the multiple choice questions, so for instance, they came to the last page when they wanted to submit. When they click on submit all for finish, this button didn't appear. They couldn't click the button. So remember, if this happens to you, it will still automatically submit at the back end, so you don't necessarily need to worry about it, but it is a problem that they are currently working on fixing. The other one that also came up today was a lot of students didn't register for the app beforehand, the Invigilator app. So if you're going to be using the Invigilator app, make sure that beforehand that you've got the app downloaded and ready to use. You can't register just before the exam. You are going to get stuck if you're going to try and do that. And then finally, the other questions that also came out was students didn't know what that they're going to be proctored. So mostly, I would say 99% of all exams are going to be proctored this exam. So you're going to be use either the Moodle proctoring or the Invigilator app, one of the two. So if it's an MCQ, you know it's most likely going to be Moodle. If it's going to be, how can I say, a take-home exam, a written exam, it's going to be the Invigilator app. So get that set up and ready before you start. Okay, so where do I see there's a few questions regarding the Invigilator app. So I'll post a link here as well to the course site. So I'm just going to address some of the questions. I see there's a few regarding the Invigilator app. So remember, first on the link that I sent you, first make sure that you are going to use the Invigilator app. If you're not going to be using it, you won't be able to register on the app. So first type in your module over here. Make sure that you are going to be using the Invigilator app. Then what you need to do is, then you go to the Proctoring Tools section. We get an introduction of the different proctoring tools, and we've got a whole section on the Invigilator app, and you download this from one of these mobile stores. So just remember, this is a mobile app. It's not a desktop app or laptop app. You still use your laptop or your desktop to complete your assessment. So you're writing your essay in Word, or you're doing it, writing out by hand. The app just runs on your phone, and you have to keep it open at all times. So you'll notice here we've got another check if your module uses the Invigilator app. Because if your module is not using the app, you won't be able to register for it. So you'll see there's no modules listed here. So for that one that I search for, that means that module won't be using it. So firstly, check that your module is going to use the app, download it from the store, then watch this video, the introduction video, how to register, how to use the app. They've got a built-in demo as well. There's also this guide that you can click on that gives you step-by-step instructions on how to use the Invigilator app. So let me just take it from the beginning. So there is the user guide that takes you how to set it up, how to register on the app, and then very importantly, how to do the demo as well. So this is a demo that you can do as well, 8 minutes. But once you've done this one, then you can go to the mock exam and try the one on the mock exam as well. That's also a functioning Invigilator app session, so that you can really get the experience before you start with your actual exam. So go have a look at this section. The information is available here. And then also very important, if you have problems with the Invigilator app, remember this is a third-party app that's not made by UNISA, and they don't have access to support you on this. You'll have to contact the developers, and they've got a WhatsApp number. So you send a voice note or a message with WhatsApp to this number, and they will get back to you very, very quickly. Especially when the exam starts as well, they've got a large group of teams ready to assist. You can also go online by clicking on this Invigilator support page, and there is all the frequently asked questions available on here as well. So that's why I say it's very important for your first step to come and have a look at the site, go through the material. Each section also got a video at the bottom, a very short clip on just how to get started. So you can watch this clip and then go through it. You can also watch the previous webinars that we conducted this week. We will be hosting next week again. So if you want to join one of the webinar sessions, you can come to the webinar bar sessions, or on my modules, click on the program. So next week we will be having one on Tuesday from 6 to 8, and then on Thursday from 10 to 12. And then if you have any questions after you watch the blast session or attended watch the live webinars or attended the sessions, then we'll have the blast sessions as well. And the blast sessions are really designed where you have to choose one of these sessions to join, and because we want to address some of the questions that you have. Okay, where do you access the webinar recordings? So if you click here, webinar recordings, this one over here will open up the link to it. So I'll just post the link again to the site in case you missed it. So all the recordings are available on YouTube as well. So even if you just search ADOVH, for instance, YouTube. ADOVH. You'll notice, for instance, we've got sessions already on here that you can find through YouTube as well. So you can watch it on the YouTube channel ADOVH, or you can just on the site come and watch the sessions on here under webinar recordings. Okay, so here we've got a question. I only see my face once I start, and immediately when I proceed, it does not show my face. I take it it's on the Moodle proctoring. Don't worry about it. I've tested it on my phone as well. Mine actually shows a black screen the whole time, but the app actually does capture it at the back end. So, you know, if it's that they're going to pick up that all your pictures are pitch black, then they will reach out to you and make sure if it wasn't perhaps a technical problem, they are dealing with to make sure that everything is working. But if they're going to find that you perhaps covered the camera with your hand or tape or something like that, then they will take it a little bit further for academic dishonesty. Okay, so let me just quickly get back to the presentation. So remember, if you don't see the link in the chats, you can use this on here. Can I use Moodle on a phone while I open my exams on my laptop? Rather, if you're going to use your laptop's got a camera as well. So just use your laptop's camera. Don't, why do you want to do two of them at the same time? So I'll rather just then do it on your laptop, make sure your laptop camera is working. Okay, I use additional screen cameras on laptop. Will this be a problem? This will be looking to the left all the time? No, not a problem. The camera is there just to see that you're not getting any assistance from anybody else. Remember, it is MCQs, so you have to prepare for it beforehand. Even if you look to the sides and searching for information, you will probably not get enough time to finish the exams. So I want to make sure you know your content beforehand, but they won't now see that you were looking to the side the whole time and pick it up on there. It's just more to verify that it is you that is writing the exams and that you're not getting assistance from anybody else. Okay, so as I mentioned, this is more a QA session. So I'm going to open up the mics. So if you've got a question, please use the tool to raise your hands. So under reactions on your phone, it might be on a different at the bottom usually. Click on raise hands, then we'll open the mic and you can ask your question. So I'm quickly going to allow the mics for attendees. So when we will take it from the top, you are numbered. So we will ask from the beginning to ask questions. Please don't jump ahead or turn on your mic if it's not your turn. Let me quickly just here allow participants. So Pindukele, you can go ahead. You can unmute and ask your question. Pindukele. Okay, while we wait for Pindukele, let's go to Tato Amelia. Tato Amelia, you can go ahead. If you're unable to, there we go. We can
hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You can go ahead.
Okay. I wrote my exam in January. They were a year modules. Then I was left with one module which I am going to write this on May, on the 25th. So the problem that I have now is that I can't log into my module 2022 because I'm not registered. So on the guidelines, we were told to upload our profile picture. So I just wanted to help with that.
Okay, so there's going to be like a supplementary exam that you're going to be doing.
Yes.
Okay, so Amelia, so you don't need to worry about the profile picture or that it's going to be on Moodle. You will actually still be using Sakai. So let me just quickly show you here. So what you need to do is, if you go to myExams, myUnisa, let's go here back to myUnisa. So if you click here on myExams,
okay,
and then what it will say for you is, for instance, you'll still use the exact same. You come on the date and you select on the module that you're going to be writing. I just want to get one that's, and this will actually take you to the Sakai login. So you will use the same platform that you used last year. So you don't have to worry about your profile picture or the Moodle proctoring. Depends on your module what they will use. If it's a written exam, it will most likely use the Invigilator app. But you
I'm
will,
going to use the Invigilators app.
yes. So then you'll do it, but you do it exactly the same as you did last year on Sakai.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All platform. Very good.
Okay. Thank you.
Takani, you can go ahead. Takani, I see you reading. Good.
Thank you very much, sir, and good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon.
And good evening to everyone. I'm sorry. And then my question is that I don't understand what is this module webcam is it? She was asking about the camera profile or the profile to put on my exam. And then you indicated that maybe she must not concern about it. I do concern about it because it is there on my on my module.
Okay, so let me quickly show you. Just quickly switch off the cameras there. So she's going to do a supplementary exam, but if this is your first time going to writing this module, so you probably got a request that you have to upload a profile picture. So if we have a look here, for instance, Proctoring Tools. So uploading your My Modules profile photo. So all you need to do is you log into myEnisa, My Modules. You click on your name at the top. You click on your profile, and then you click on Edit Profile. And then from there, you go to use a picture. You upload a picture into this box, and then, or you can choose it from your device, and then it will upload your profile picture. So when you do a profile picture on My Modules, just remember your face must also be clear and central for the best effect. And then you just select Update Profile, and then at the top you'll notice now you've got your profile picture there. There's quite a lot of students that have done it already. If you're going to be using a mobile device that's got a very small screen, there might be this gray block that's going to block this Edit Profile button. So just turn your phone landscape so that the Edit Profile button appears. But if you're struggling a lot with it, don't stress too much about it. Rather focus on getting your proctoring tools ready for the exam. So when we were talking about the Moodle proctoring, so Moodle proctoring will use your webcam. So it can be the camera on your laptop, on your cell phone, or if you're using a desktop, you will need a webcam. Where if you're going to using the Invigilator app, then you will need to download the app from the store, and that runs only on your mobile device. But go have a look at the videos, the introductory videos on how to get started.
So how do I do it? Am I using my phone to take this profile picture and then I do upload it, or how do I go around about it?
So you can use your mobile phone and you just take a selfie and then you go to My Modules. Do you perhaps have the app for myEnisa app, or do you use it in the browser?
Okay, can I use the camera on my phone, or maybe on the can I do it before the examination date, or as of today? I'm writing on the 19th, and as of today, can I upload that picture? And then, or maybe can I use my cell phone for this camera? And on the other hand, when I write on my laptop, I do it differently. How do I go around it? I do it on the system that I'm going to use for my exam.
Okay, what module are you going to be writing?
I'm writing the auditing, internal audit.
Do you have the module code for it?
Pardon?
Do you have the module code?
Yes, it's AUI 3702.
AUI
3702, yes.
So yes, so you're going to be using Moodle proctoring. So that means already you must make sure that your laptop's camera is working. So the first thing you can do tonight already is you go and do your profile picture on My Modules. So you log into your normal myEnisa and you go to My Modules and you follow the steps to upload your profile picture. Do that as soon as possible. Get it out of the way. And then what you will do is, since you're going to be using the Moodle proctoring, then you go to, let me just close this one over here. Then you're going to go here to the mock exams. Open the mock exam. So you won't be doing the take-home exam, you'll be using the MCQ exam. So you click on this MCQ exam, and then you can test your camera on your laptop. So rather do it on your laptop, then you know it's working fine.
And the number that you're talking about for the inquiries is never worked. You never get anyone on that. It's never been answered. So I don't know, are we using only for the WhatsApp? Because nobody, you can get anybody there.
Are you talking about this number over here?
Yeah, the 1870, this 08 8000 and then 1870, you never get anyone to answer that number.
So then rather try for the exams. You know, if it's something that you're having specifically problems with the exams, you know, getting your exams, use this email address, mymodule22@unisa.ac.za. This WhatsApp number here at the bottom is only for the Invigilator app. So you will be using Moodle proctoring, so you won't be using the Invigilator app.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure. Yeah, Smith, you can go ahead.
Hi, I would like to know what's going to happen if we are busy with examination and there is load shedding.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember the official guidelines always, if there's load shedding, check your schedule, make sure that you're at the area where you can write, just to make sure that you don't get interruptions. If you have load shedding, what you need to do is just send evidence to your lecturer.
Hello.
And then you will get a, you won't get a supplementary, but you will be able to write again, but it will only be one, you won't be able to get a supplementary on that one that you're going to be writing. So if you've got load shedding interruptions, just send proof to your lecturer that you can rewrite, but you won't be able to get a supplementary on the one that you're going to be writing.
Okay, I understand. And then I have a question on the Invigilator app. I downloaded the app this week and I tested it. So it's working fine. I was just a little bit confused about what happens to it. So I log into the Invigilator app because both my exams, one is the Moodle proctoring and the other one will then be the Invigilator. So I just log in on the Invigilator and I leave my phone and I go to my laptop and I do my take-home examination, if I'm understanding this correctly, because I had troubles accessing the myUnisa exam or the myExams on the Invigilator app.
So what the best would be as well, just go and do the mock exam as well for the take-home exam. So remember at the beginning, you scan the QR code and then you download your question paper and the app will run in the background, will prompt you for the pictures, all the information it needs. And then finally you submit on the app and then you come and submit on the platform. So go have a test this out beforehand so that you make sure that you are familiar with this. And also,
Okay.
Since you're using the Moodle proctoring as well, just do the MCQ as well to make sure that your web camera is working.
Okay, I am actually playing around while we talk to see if I can find it. I did find something, but I'm still struggling to find those test mock exams.
Were you able to access this site over here?
No, I can't see that one. I tried to find where you were there, but I can't see it on my myUnisa.
Yeah, no, you first need to come to this site over here and then click on the link. So I'll quickly put it in the chat again.
Okay,
So,
I can't for some reason see the chat. So
okay.
I can see it there now on the screen, but I can't see it with me.
Okay, then take this URL, tinyurl.com/myexams2022. Try that one.
Okay, I'm just writing it down. Exams 2022. Okay, thank you. That's all I have. I will check it out. If there's any questions, then I will just email or contact someone.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. Lorna, you can go ahead.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Lorna, you can go ahead.
Hello?
Am I audible? Libona?
Yes, you.
Okay. Okay, sorry about that noise. Evening all, it's 2 questions. The first one is regarding the, okay, probably I just need to make sure that I'm on the right track. I have a module that's going to be on the Invigilator app, and then it's a take-home exam. So the way I'm understanding, okay, I need to log into the Invigilator app before my exam time, and then I also need to be on the myExams platform. This is where I'm going to download my exam, and once I'm done, this is where I'm going to submit it. So with the Invigilator app, I'll be scanning the QR code from the PC or whatever, and then okay, this whole time as I'm busy with my exam, the Invigilator app, I leave it on, and then I'm answering, then submit, blah blah blah, all of that. Yeah. Okay, yes. And then the second one, it's regarding the Invigilator app. Okay, I did download it. I was able to However, I wasn't able to do the demo test. Okay, I got to the part where it asked me to enter the exam code, the example one. However, when I say start assessment, I keep getting the one error that there was an error, blah, blah, blah. Please try again later. So I've been getting the same error for like 3 days now. So I just need help with that.
Did you try the demo on their documentation or the demo on the mock exams?
I'm lost.
Okay, so if you go to this website of ours, we've got the mock exams here that you can access now already. So go have a look at it and try this demo that's available on here. So it will be the take-home exam, because it works exactly like the normal exam is going to work. You're going to scan in your QR code, you're going to start, you're going to download the question paper, do everything on the Invigilator app, upload on the Invigilator app, and then finally submit your documents on the this mock exam as well.
Oh, okay.
If you're having any problems, remember this email address or this WhatsApp number for the Invigilator app. So it's 073-505-8273. They will respond to you very quickly if you send them a message, especially if you can send them a screenshot of the error you receive as well, so they can just assist you with that error.
Okay.
So keep this number as well safe for when you're doing your exams. If you have any problems with the app when your exam starts, and that you've got your phone ready to WhatsApp them.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Amber, you can go ahead. Amber, Ryan.
Good evening, everyone. I just have 3 questions regarding the proctoring tool. I have my laptop is connected to a monitor screen that I use as my main display. So I want to know, because I read that the proctoring tool screenshots and snaps an image every 30 seconds. So I just want to know, does the proctoring tool screenshot the main screen only, or the extended display, or both?
Okay, so you don't actually have to worry about that one. I will actually update the documentation as well. For this one, they're only going to use the camera. They don't do any screenshots of your computer screens.
Okay,
So
thank you.
as long as you are just visible in the camera, then you should be good to go.
Okay. Regarding the camera, because my monitor is my main screen, my laptop is at a side angle. So do I have to be directly in front of the camera, or can it be a side view of my face?
No, it can be a side view of your face as well. As long as they can just make out that it's you, then you're good.
Okay. Okay, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Read here quickly. Okay, now Lady, you can go ahead.
Hello, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Like I really wanted to ask, like, if I'm actually writing the exams, like for example, the Module 8, those cameras that I see on my laptop that I used to keep tap at me. Am I allowed to open like maybe textbooks or something, or is literally I have to study like literally for the exam?
Okay, now so remember for these exams it is closed book. So unless your academic explicitly told you that you can use textbooks, it is closed books and you need to then not have textbooks. So the best is just to study that you know the answers as they come out. Because even if you going to try and look it up in a textbook, you won't have enough time with the MCQs to complete the examination. So preferably don't have textbooks lying around because but you can ask your lecturer if they allow for your specific module open book. But the best is always rather prepare for it beforehand so that you are ready, else you might not get enough time to work through all the questions that's available.
All right, but specifically, I really wanted to know with you, like, am I really allowed to like open any book, like, or not at all?
Yeah, so you'll have to ask a lecturer. So the correct answer would be no, because
Oh,
it can be seen as cheating. But yeah, if your lecturers say
okay.
that it is the way they structured the questions, it does allow for open book, then you can have a textbook ready.
All right. And the second question that I actually wanted to ask is, right now I just logged in my mood in my UNISA, but I wanted to open my exam portal, but I cannot see like any option for that. So I'm kind of worried. What am
Oh,
I supposed to do?
okay, so how it works is if you go to myUNISA, you'll see
Yes.
this button over here, My Exams. This one.
Where?
There's on the important links, there's My Exams over here.
Okay. Yes, I can
So if
see
you
that.
click on that one, it only lists the dates for the next 5 days. So will only be able to see it within,
Oh.
if yours is within the next 5 days. So you click on the date and then your module will appear on that specific date.
Oh, okay. So it only appears when I'm less than 5 days to write exams. Right now, I can actually open it.
Yeah, so within 5 days, then you will see on myUNISA, there's the My Exams link. You can already click on the My Exams link, but your modules won't be listed here yet if it's not within the next 5 days.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Next, we've got Kundwa. You can go ahead. Oh, Kundwane, you can go ahead.
Mute. Hello.
Yes, yeah, we can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Oh, great. I was starting to worry. Good evening, everybody. Thank you for these sessions. They're very, very informative and they're very helpful for us. I'm a student living with a disability, and I heard with the last session they said that students with disabilities are exempt from invigilation. Is it all the invigilation, or is it the invigilator app in particular, and we still have to do the proctoring?
Okay, so have you contacted the Oxford Center yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so what you can do is on this page that we have here, So you're not automatically exempted. You have to apply for it. So if you go here for support for students with special needs,
Yes.
you contact the Oxford Center. They've got here the email as well on, yes, yeah, it's oxwood@unisa.ac.za.
Okay.
Pentias, you can even contact him. His email is on here. He's the one that does the live broadcast sessions as well. So what you'll need to do is a special exam form here at the bottom. It's a form that you need to fill in.
Okay.
So fill in the form and then you will not be using any proctoring.
Oh, okay.
So it
All
doesn't
right.
matter
Thank you so much.
if it's the invigilator or the Moodle, it won't be using the proctoring.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Pleasure.
Richard, is Sheila here? Before maybe you take another hand, can I request you to show, because there are 2 students who are saying they don't know where they are going to get their exam papers. Can you maybe just quickly again show them?
Okay, so is it for the take-home exams?
Yes.
Okay, so what you're gonna do is, so you're gonna open your exam site. So I'm just quickly opening on the mock exam. So on the date of your examination, you log into your exam portal. It will look pretty much the same as this one. You'll just have one exam here at the bottom left or bottom right. So for the take-home exam, you click on the exam. So if you scroll down here, the exam will be up, the question paper will be uploaded here to download. And so you start the Invigilator app and then you download your question paper. You do everything offline. You will do it in Microsoft Word or in you write it out. And then once you're ready to submit, you come here and add submission. So you will be able to download it from the website on the day of your examination. Hope that answered the question. So we can take Deborah Moyo. You can go ahead. Moyo.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, for some reason we can see you as well.
Okay. Good evening, lecturers and fellow students. Thank you so much for this opportunity and just for the sessions. Indeed, they are really helpful. So my question to you, sir, is the webcam on my laptop, on my MacBook does not work. So I don't know if I got this correctly, but for the Invigilator app, right, I need to log in onto that on my phone, right? And then I do the exam, my take-home exam on my laptop online while I keep this Invigilator app like in front of me. I don't know if I got that correct.
Okay, so
for the
let's see where the noise is coming from. Okay, Deborah, you can go ahead. Okay, Deborah, you can go ahead.
All right. Did you get my first question though?
So I've got the one on
Okay.
the Invigilator app, yes.
Okay. So now the second part is for the module proctoring app, I take it then I have to have like the webcam functioning, but mine doesn't. So I wanted to find out then, is it possible, I don't know, to log in into the exam with my laptop and my phone, but then my phone is the one that is actually me on the laptop.
Okay, so just firstly, so are your exams, is it going to be take-home exams and MCQs exams?
Yes, I've got 5 modules. Just the one is for the Invigilator app, and then 3 are for the MCQs for the module proctoring app, and then the 5th one is a portfolio. So that
Okay.
one I just submit as an assignment.
Okay, so remember for the Invigilator app, yes, you will just have the app on your phone running. You can just put it next to you. It doesn't even have to face you that it records you or anything. You just keep it open next to you while you're writing your exam for the Invigilator app. So there you don't have to worry about your webcam. Now for the MCQs, where you're going to need the webcam, since your camera is broken, maybe what you can try is you get an app called Camo, I think, Camo webcam. Yes, Camo webcam. You can get it from the App Store. If you've got an iPhone or if you've got an Android device as well. So this will allow you to use your phone as a webcam so that you can still use your laptop. So rather use that one because on the laptop, you won't be able to proceed if the camera is not working.
Okay. Pardon me, sir. So if I take that, I will have to go on my phone to download that. You say I get it from Play Store, but my phone is an Android. So where do I get it?
You'll go to the Apple Play Store. I've saw here as well. So you got this one. So it's for Mac and PC. So you download this on your phone, and then you just follow the instructions to set it up on your computer as well. So then your phone becomes a webcam.
Okay, and then I do keep it on next to the laptop.
Yes, yeah. Then you
as
just
I do the exam.
Yes, then you just put it on your laptop next to you so that you're visible on the camera.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's all from my side.
Okay, so just test it out to make sure you're ready before the exams.
I will do that. I will definitely do that. I will do it tonight.
Okay, thank you very much. We get Dingy. Okay, Timo, you can go ahead.
Hi, evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well, keeping safe. I just need clarity regarding the exams that will be using the Moodle app and the ones that will be using the Invigilator app. Is it for Moodle app? Is it only the multiple choice questions, and also the Invigilator app? Is it for the take home is only for Invigilator app only? And then the second question was about, because I saw on the general rules of the exam, there was point number 18 about declaration rules. Is there any document that we have to download specifically for it, or it's just it's referring to the one where when we submit, you just say, I type agree and that's it?
Okay, so for your first question, in terms of whether you're going to use the Moodle proctoring or the, how can I say, the Invigilator app. So if you look at what proctoring tool you're going to be using and you type in your code, so you are actually correct there. If it's MCQ quizzes, it's Moodle proctoring, so that's your camera. You don't need to download any apps for it or anything. You just use your device's camera. If it's the take-home assessments, then you will need the Invigilator app. But you only use one app, one proctoring tool. So take-home, you will only use the Invigilator app. For MCQ, you'll only use the Moodle proctoring, the camera. And then for the second one, the guidelines. So if you submit, for instance here, edit submission, you just need to tick this box. I don't know why is it not available here right now. Let me show you here when you submit a MCQ. So let's have a look at This is the take-home exam. So when you submit, you'll get this box that you have to tick. This submission is my own work, except where I have acknowledged the use of the work of other people. So you just have to tick that box. So it's not a page that you need to upload unless your exam has, a question paper, got a specific one that you need to fill in. But otherwise, it will just be this tick box that you need to acknowledge that it's your own work.
I think I'm clarified. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so the next one. Oh, sorry. Let's make you print quickly. Okay, Bella, you can go ahead. Patrick.
Good evening, colleagues.
Good evening.
I had quite a number of questions, but had quite a number of questions. They've been answered by you, Richard. Thank you. They've answered. So happy.
Glad.
Richard, my first question is with regard to the mock exams.
Yes.
You know what? In terms of the mock exams, I needed just clarity to find out, because we have been working throughout the whole year as a group, right? Working as a group, and we've been, some of us were depending on other people to be able to explain things correctly so that we understand them through our leaders, So I just needed to find out, in terms of the mock exam, am I allowed to work with them when doing the mock exam? That's question number one. Are they allowed to be with me, just, to move with me as I do the practices, not the exams, not in the exams? Be clear with this. Not in the exams. On the exams, I'll be alone. I just need to find out now, since we have been working as a group. That's number one. Number two is, I noticed something. You have had the phone ringing right now. I want to know what is it that one should do in terms of this thing, because right now the phone is just ringing. I was doing another mock exam. It also rings. What do we do in that case? And the other one, and that's number two. The third one is, you have answered one of my colleagues in terms of the load shedding, as to what is it that they need to do to get, proof of what happened during the exam, so that one should have a proof that there was a load shedding. But I'm having a problem here in our area. I don't want to be specific where I am, but there is sometimes the metro is busy with maintenance during the exams time, and there's no anything planned for that particular load shedding for that particular time when you are doing the exams. What proof should I have now? How do I go about that? Because it will be just becomes a problem. That is number three. Yeah, I think this is the only three that I was having, Richard. I'm sorry to be very slow in asking these questions. Thank you very much, Richie. Thank you very much, Richard.
So let's start with your questions. So the first one is with the mock exams. Yes, if you can get help with the mock exams, you work in a group, they can show you. Remember, you're not going to be picked up or penalized or anything on the mock exams. The mock exams are really there for you to go practice, and especially if you need somebody to assist you in the first time, you can go ahead and get the help, and they can guide you through all the steps, because that's why the mock exams are there, so that you can practice and get ready. So if somebody is there to assist you, the first time, to make sure everything is set up correctly, definitely get them to help you. The second one with the phone ringing, it's advised that when you put your, just put off perhaps the cellular, that you don't get any notifications. Don't put off your data, or you just put your phone on silent. But if you're going to be using the Invigilator app, just make sure that you can receive those notifications. You can hear them. So generally, they don't worry too much about, when your cell phone rings or there's pings and all that thing going off. It does get picked up, but when they actually look at it, they will realize, oh, you didn't speak to it. So as long as you don't answer and start speaking to somebody on the other side, you should be fine as well. So there can be background noise, maybe a lot of people got kids screaming in the background and all of that. It will get picked up, but it gets also, how can I say, immediately said that you didn't get assistance. They didn't talk to you regarding your work that you are answering. So they really go, if you get flagged, they do go and listen and just make sure you don't even discuss the question paper, for instance. So they are, very flexible on there in terms of noise. And then for your third question, I'm actually going to ask Dr. Mpalele. She's an academic. I think she will be the best to assist you on that one. Sheila?
Yes, Richard, I was concentrating on reading the chats. Can you repeat the question?
So the last question was, say they've got load shedding, or it's they lose power because they are in an area where the municipality might do maintenance work haphazardly, and then they lose, for instance, electricity. What is the proof that they need to submit to be eligible for a second attempt?
Thank you so much. Since Ntate Mugibela already knows that this might happen, the first advice I can give is that you can prepare yourself to say for that day, because you are writing and you don't want to be disappointed. You can go to the area where you know you will write and finish without any challenges. But secondly, you can make sure that your cell phone is fully charged, your laptop is fully charged. And if you are writing a take home, then as long as at the beginning you were able to download the question paper and then you saved it on the laptop, then when the power goes off, you can continue writing offline. But now I'm not sure about the Invigilator app, because it should be on, but it doesn't need connectivity. Once it needs connectivity at the beginning as well, because you can put it on a flight mode. And then towards the end, you can submit your work. Like I said, you rather be on the safe side. And if all doesn't help, and like maybe you thought everything is going to go well, and then you get cut off in the middle of your exam and you are unable to finish, you need to take snapshots of what you did at that time and what happened, and then you send to your lecturer at that moment. You shouldn't wait for the evening when now you see it is late and then you start to email your lecturer. At that time when it is happening, you need to try to email your lecturer using your phone. Remember, your phone, if it's fully charged, sometimes even if your electricity is cut off, your phone can still work. You can still WhatsApp. Some lecturers are giving students their WhatsApp numbers so that you can be able to WhatsApp them. Thank you.
Yeah, just to make a follow-up, I agree with you with all the statements that you put forward, but it's only one area where I could say all the areas have been affected by load shedding. You wouldn't have a specific place where you can say, if I'm here, then I'm safe with the load shedding. But nevertheless, I take what you have explained to me, and then I'm so grateful that you have helped, because I didn't know what to do, because even yesterday in our area, really, they will tell you the light will go from this time to this time, but it continues until the whole night and something else happens. But nevertheless, you have given me what to do now, and I need to be proactive and do as you said. And thank you very much for your help. And thanks to Richard. Thank you very much. I think I'm done with these 3 questions that I wanted to do. Thank you for this recording. Thank you for the class again.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You are
But I'll take you
welcome.
more.
You are welcome. It's just that you are staying far from me. I would say come to my place because I never experienced load shedding. I'm next to the hospital.
Which hospital is it? Which hospital?
Kalafong Hospital.
Kalafong. Oh,
Yes.
I see. I would definitely come for the exams. For me, there's nothing crucial like my academic, what you call, exams. There's nothing important more than that. But nevertheless, we shall see as time goes on. Thanks for your help. Thank you. You have helped a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Mokibela. Letitia Wilson, you can go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I've got 2 questions that I need to ask. Number 1 is I found out that my laptop is very slow. So I'm gonna use my cell phone to do my MCQs. Is it advisable to use my laptop, my cell phone to do my MCQs? And I saw that there's a snap scan. So if I'm using my cell phone, how do I do then the snap scan?
Okay, so what type is it? The MCQ type of assessments that you're going to be doing on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, so the MCQs, you won't need to scan the code, so you don't have to worry about that one. So you can use your phone, but please do the mock exam beforehand, just to make sure everything works fine on your phone. The sites are pretty much optimized for cell phones, so you should easily be able to use it. And it will use your phone's camera for the webcam. So you can definitely use your phone for that. So and since it's MCQ, you won't need to scan the QR code. You will just need to allow for the camera to be used. But I just advise, because depending on your screen of your phone, just test it on the mock exam so that you know you can easily navigate and click all the buttons as you go through.
Okay, and then my second question is about the Invigilator app. One of my modules, the ENG 1503, is a take home, but my exam is over 2 days. So
just give me the code. Just give me the code again.
ENG 1503.
ENG 1503. Let's just have a look here quickly. I just want to make sure it's correct on here. Okay, so yours are not on here. I don't know why.
Richard, sorry, Richard. The ones that exceed, I think it's 4 hours, are not invigilated.
Yes, so actually, I wanted to. So I just wanted to check to make sure it's correct. So remember, I saw it in the chat as well. There was a few questions. I'm going to have it over 2 days. Must I have my phone the whole time? If it's a take-home exam that's longer than 4 hours, you will not be invigilated. So you don't have to worry about the app or anything like that, because you'll have that 2 days to write and then upload. So for that one, it's the ENG 1503. As you can see, it's not even listed on the app that we have to check for invigilation. So that means you will not be invigilated for that one. So for the MCQ ones, use your cell phone, just test it on the mock exam. So you don't need to worry about the Invigilator app as well for that one that's 2 days.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, pleasure.
Thank you.
Kanya Cuba, you can go ahead.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm having trouble when I log into the link for. Wait, just give me a second. Let me look at the screen because I was on it right now. On the pre-course assessment for the orientation platform and all of that. After the admin bar, there is currently you are using as guest, and then there's the login bar. When I hit the login bar and enter my details, it gives me an error. This has been happening for like the last week or so. I can access the learning courses and everything, but when I want to directly go onto the platform, it's a bit of it's an error because even when it does accept my details, it always comes back. I recorded the error somewhere in the messages I sent here on this thing, but it's an error.
Okay, yes. So on this platform, this one where the orientations are and everything, you will not be able to log in. They should actually remove that for you guys as well. This is because we had to make this public. So this is all the content is publicly available. Okay. So this is not on my modules. So only time that you will need to log in is when you do the mock exams, but the link will take you back to my modules where you can log in. So please don't try and log in on this page for this course.
Okay, no, thank you very much for letting me know.
So if you want to do, for instance,
just try the mock exams link. Oh, but then if you do say it goes back.
Yes, if we do the mock exams, then it will take you back to my modules for the mock exam.
Oh, yes, you are right. It did go straight into my account.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. You've answered my question. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. That's good. I hope you enjoy the mock exams.
Thank you. Same to you, sir. Bye.
Well, so that's Poncho Mashishi, you can go ahead. Poncho Mashishi, you can go ahead. While we wait for Humphrey, you can go ahead. Humphrey Mashaba.
Okay.
Good. You muted yourself again. Yeah, there we go.
Good evening.
Hi, Humphrey.
Good evening, everyone. My question is about the students with special needs and those who are incarcerated. So, okay, and I am concerned about the integrity of. There is a sound of which it keeps interrupting. I don't know if you can hear that as well.
Yeah, no, we got it. I think it's somebody that connected and disconnected. But sorry, yeah, go ahead, Humphrey.
Okay, the integrity of the institution. So it's my understanding is that the exams started today, and the announcement of those with special needs was published today. So I don't know if you can actually give us assurance that the integrity of the institution is being protected here, because obviously those measures they're talking about were it's obvious that they were not there when they were writing. So can you give us assurance as to the integrity of the institution that is being protected, more especially looking at those who wrote today? That's all I wanted to ask.
Oh, okay. So I think I'm actually going to direct this one to Dr. Chetty. If you can just, from the meetings that you also had, or communication today. So, but just to answer, so yes, so if you're incarcerated or you've got special needs, they do make alternate arrangements for the students so that they don't use the online proctoring tools. But in terms of the integrity, that is why they brought in all these tools as well, is to make sure that your the modules that you are writing the exams are still, the integrity of that is maintained. Dr. Chetty, I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
You captured it quite well. Hi, Richard. I think you captured it quite well. In terms of the integrity, this is where UNISA is quite strong. That we want to make sure that the qualifications at the end of the day is really worth the paper that we put it on. And in that sense, this is why, especially for the online examination, the university is adamant that the broader community, I'm not talking about more specifically students that are differently enabled with special needs and incarcerated, but more specifically the other students that we do put in these we don't compromise that. In case of today's one, where students have, yes, it definitely has been the case of where there were students with special needs and those that are incarcerated. If they didn't meet those standards, they have an opportunity to rewrite those papers with the university. Will communicate with the students as well. But although the communication went out today, the rule itself and the arrangement was made prior to the communication. So those would have been communicated with the students as well in terms of by the lecturers itself. So I think that's quite important. That's a very important question, and I'm glad that the colleague, the student actually asked that question, because it really forces us to explain the measures that we are taking in terms of the university as well. And I think that's something that will even bother on the point that was earlier noted of exams that are written when there are load shedding and stuff. I think this is something that you will find more information being communicated. We raised these issues up with the committee, the exam command committee today, and there will be an extensive campaign on communication regarding these issues. So please be on the lookout for this in the course of the weekend and early next week as well. Because this was the first paper that was written, the first day of papers were written, it opened up a lot of spaces for us to look into. So as I said, these are issues that are on the table and the university will respond to it. Thanks, Richard.
Well, thank you, Denzel. Humphrey, I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Poncho Mashishi, I don't know if you can unmute yet. If you're struggling to unmute, then you can just put your question in the chat as well. Sipilele, you can go ahead. Sipilele, you can go ahead. Okay, we'll wait for them. Mpo Gift, Mpolele, you can go ahead. Mpo Gift, Palele. Struggling a bit.
Richard, maybe
Yes.
while the student is struggling to unmute, these students who are saying the invigilator app is not recognizing their email, and they are also saying the WhatsApp is not helping. How do we assist at the moment?
Okay, so if your email is not recognized, what you need to do is you need to do two things. First, make sure that you're let me just go to the main page here. Make sure that you are going to be proctored. So first, type in your module code over here. It must say Invigilator app. The second thing that you can do is you can go to Proctoring Tools. If you go to Invigilator app, then they've got a link here. Check if my module uses the Invigilator app. If you type in your module here and it does display, then you will be able to register with your email. If your email or your module is not displayed here, you will not be able to register on the app. It will give you an error to say that you are not going to be registered with your email. The email is not recognized because your module is not going to be using the Invigilator app or any of your modules. So first, make sure that this works. And then lastly, if you need support with the Invigilator app, on the support contact page, there's a link to their online support as well. So you can actually ask a question here directly on the page and they will get back to you on this. It's strange that you say there's WhatsApp is not coming back to you, so that we will follow up with the developers to make sure that they're available after hours as well, especially when we have these sessions that they can answer your questions. But unfortunately, that is the way to get support from the invigilator team is online or with that cell phone number. Okay, Samuel Kela Swane, you can go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So I have a question regarding the Invigilator app. I've read from the rules that after submitting the take-home examination answers, you have to upload the Invigilator app data. So I'm trying to understand what is it, where and how do we upload the Invigilator app data?
Okay.
I want to understand that.
Okay, do you have the Invigilator app yet?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so please try and do that demo. The demo actually takes you through all the steps, but I think I've got here the screenshots as well. So what will happen is, for instance, when you take your assessment, it will test your sound, just give you some information. Then you'll need to scan the code or take a selfie as well to just get started. So once you start at the end, it will ask you to take pictures of your scripts. So say you did it on your laptop, for instance, just take pictures of the laptop screen. If it's on pieces of paper, just make sure you capture all of them and then you upload. Now I advise that you upload it first on the app. So once you've got all your pictures on the app, you select yes, upload documents. Upload it first on the Invigilator app and then upload to My Modules. The Invigilator app gives you 15 minutes to upload these documents. On the myExams, you get 1 hour to upload it. So make sure you first submit the Invigilator app, upload the documents, and then you upload to the myExams portal. So really also on the mock exam, the demo that they give with the Invigilator app is 8 minutes. So if you go through the documentation, you can scan the code and do the demo where you have to upload the documents. But the one that we've got on the mock exam is actually an hour and a half. So it's a more realistic exam setting. But you do upload everything on the app. It takes the pictures from the app. Everything happens within the app.
Oh, okay. So my second question is, if I experience network problems or technical problems during the online examination, should I go out of the site or I have to log out first? Should I close the site or I have to log out first?
Okay, so with the app, you have to keep the app running the whole time while you are you going to use a desktop PC and the cell phone?
Yes.
Okay, so on the on the app must just stay open while you're doing your assessment. So remember, you also just need connectivity when it starts and when you upload. So if you come to this stage, yes, upload documents. You click the button and now it's giving you this uploading PDF. Then it should give you like a well done, everything is uploaded. Say you get an error on this page here. What you do is then you go and submit on myUnisa or myExams. We have to upload your assessment and then just try this again. It will give you the refresh option to refresh. So if you tried the first initial submission and it failed, don't worry about it. You still have time afterwards then to contact their support and they can assist you. So then make sure that you just submit it on the myExams portal. The myExams portal, you can go out and in as many times as you want to for a take-home exam. But with the app, just keep the app open. Try and submit. If you get an error, submit then on myExams and try again. When the first submission actually gets logged, so they will still get you opportunity then after the 50 minutes to upload.
Okay, I'd actually like to know what the MCQ questions, if maybe I can move on to the next question.
Yes. Sir.
And should I log out or should I just close the site?
Okay, with MCQ questions, so say you at question number 20 of 50 and you've got a problem, you can log out, log back in. It will continue from where you left off. So you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, pleasure. Mpu, Gift, I saw your mic is unmuted. Okay, but we still can't hear you. So Mpu, perhaps just ask your question in the chat, please. One of our colleagues will get to you. Joan, you can go ahead. Joan Mafuya. So I'm just gonna make you. Hello?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. My question is, I put my profile picture on the UNISA profile picture there where you told us to edit a picture. So it's slanted, it's faced on the other side. Every time I try to download it, it faces on the side. It doesn't face upright. So how do I fix it?
So you uploaded a picture to your profile, but it's on the side.
It's slanted. The way the picture is supposed to be directed is upright, but it's face downwards. Like my face is looking down.
How did you upload it from your computer or from your mobile device?
From the computer, sir.
That's very strange. I'll just quickly. What you can do is perhaps it's very strange that it turned the picture to the side. Maybe if you can, crop the picture so it's more square, and then try and upload it from there.
Okay, we'll try that.
But either way, it's slanted and all of that. Don't worry about it too much. As long as your picture is there, you're safe. So it can be upside down, sideways, as long as it's there and you're visible. But if you can, perhaps just try and edit the picture to make it more of a square and then try and upload it again.
Okay, thank you, sir. My second question is, I received my life examination timetable, but I couldn't view it because the password is wrong. Can somebody please fix that for me?
Just repeat quickly. So you try to?
My examination timetable, I received it in my life, but I couldn't view it because the password is wrong. It's not my ID number that is on there. I don't know who uses it because mine finishes with 50 and that one is 90.
Oh, okay. So yes, so there you will have to contact student admin to fix that for you, your ID number.
Thank you.
And try and get that done as soon as possible as well to get your information updated. I don't think you can do it on the student admin portal, your ID number. I don't remember. Let me just quickly have a look. Let me just log in quickly. My admin, student admin. Yes, yeah, you won't be able to.
Unfortunately, I live in Port Elizabeth and the administration office there is closed.
Admin office closed, but you don't worry about it too much right now. You're not going to need it for the examination that your ID number gets fixed, but send through the request already. It's going to impact when you want to do, for instance, you're going to get your certification, your degree. So do get it done as quickly as possible, but for the exams, just try, your ID number won't be important for the exams, since you do know now how to log in with the incorrect one. But just also a general one for everybody, make sure that your contact details are updated with myAdmin, student admin, biographical details, in case you forget your password as well, because it gets sent by SMS, and we get a lot of students close to the exams where they have not updated their mobile numbers, and that means you're also not going to get the data for the examinations. But yes, for you, really try and get that ID number sorted out as quickly as possible as soon as the offices open up
I
again.
go to your student, the email addresses, sir.
Sorry?
The email address is students. What is the forward reference for the
Okay, so
referral?
for the student address for this specifically, you have to go to, let me just go here by admin on myUnisa. You'll see here, let me just log out quickly. Just want to go back to myUnisa. So if you go to myUnisa, there's inquiries page over here, and then just have a look here for student or student administration. So for assignments, just have a look here for the one that will be most relevant for you to update your where you can send your updated information.
All right. So I see where you are locating everything.
Sorry?
Oh, I see where you are locating everything. Thank you very much, sir.
My pleasure. But try, even after when the centers open again, hopefully it will be in the next week or two. But for the exams at the moment, just focus on getting your exams done, and then you go sort that out. Just get your that ID number updated.
All right, enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Chifiwa, you can go ahead. Chifiwa. Okay, Chifiwa, you're not there, so I'm just going to take the next person.
Hello.
Hi. Yes, we can hear you.
Hello again. Okay, thanks. Hey, I'm a new student here. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, yeah, no, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay, thanks. I'm a new student here, and I want clarity with regard to the tool that I'm gonna be using, because I'm not quite sure which one should I use.
Okay, so what you need to do is I'll quickly put in the chat again the link to the website. So let me just pop it in the chat. Just remove that one. So on this link that I posted in the chat now, just click on this link. This will open up this page over here. So it's the myExams. And then you scroll down and it will say you look for this block. What proctoring tool will my module use? So here you just type in your module codes, and it will tell you which vigilating app you're going to use.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks, bye.
They will also be sending out communication over the weekend, links by SMS where you can go and have a look which tool you're going to be used, and also links to the mock exams. So
okay.
Okay. Stili, you can go ahead. I see you already unmuted.
Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
My question is related to Invigilator app. I'm writing CPD 1501. So some of the questions you have answered, but I have something more. So I'm going to use my phone and a laptop. So I wanted to know, before I start, I know I have to scan the codes and take my pictures and everything, and after writing, I have to shoot my scripts on my laptop and then download it on the Invigilator app. So my question is, while I'm busy writing, the camera of my phone should look directly to me, or I should just put my phone laying down on the table?
Okay, yes. So with the Invigilator app, it's actually, it only prompts you when you have to take a picture of yourself. So while you're writing, it can just lie next to you. It doesn't have to, it's not going to take video of you. It only records sound at random times. So you really don't have to worry about where the camera is pointing. Only when it asks you to take a picture, you just take a picture of yourself. But the rest of the time, it will not be recording you. It's only the Moodle proctoring that uses the camera and
Okay.
or your webcam.
Okay, thank you.
Pleasure. Okay, so Cynthia, you can go ahead. Cynthia?
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Good evening. Uh, uh, regarding the MCQ exam, so I'd like to know that the module that I'm studying uses I must use the calculator. It's QMI 1500. So I'd like to know that regarding the information that you gave us, that we should our vision must be steadily on the phone using the model proctoring. So I'd like to know, am I allowed to use the calculator? So if so, how am I going to go about? Maybe I'm just going to show you that I'm using the calculator, or where must my view be?
Okay.
The camera.
So are you going to complete the exam on your mobile phone as well?
Yes.
And you're going to be using, is it a calculator? Do you want to use the calculator on the mobile phone, or do you have a separate calculator?
A separate one.
Okay, so as long as you're going to have your phone, obviously, to look at the question, and then you can just put it down that you're visible. For instance, when you use your calculator, but it doesn't need to capture the calculator like that. Remember, the app is just there to make sure that nobody else is assisting you, or that you're not, you are the actual person that's writing. So you don't need to worry about it when if you look down to the calculator away from the camera for a bit, because your lecturer will know that you need to use the calculator to type in. So really calculator don't need to be visible, so don't worry about aspects like that. So rather just keep your phone in front of you, against the book when you are using the calculator to work out your content.
Okay. All right. Even like, let's say I need to calculate. So am I allowed maybe to take a paper and then I just scribble my work there?
Yes, yeah. No, so with the MCQs, especially even with the if you need to use later on the Invigilator app, you can always scribble on a piece of paper and do your calculations as you would normally in a normal exam.
Okay. Thank you very much. My question has been answered.
Oh, thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Good evening. You too. Bye.
Bye. Sarah, you can go ahead.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. I came in a little bit later, so I took down the notes while you were explaining everything, but I'm like having an anxiety attack at the moment. Okay, so if I go to the exam portal, I download my exam, I use the Invigilator app, scan the code, start the exam, upload on the same site, and the proctoring that we're using is the Invigilator app. So once I get on, so obviously I need to start the Invigilator app process and whatever. After that, I scan the code and I submit on the same website. Okay, I was a bit confused. Why do I need to upload on the Invigilator app? Do they need pictures of me or what, or the work? Or should I take pictures of the work on the Invigilator app?
Okay, so yes, so you've got most of the steps ready. So make sure firstly, I don't know if you got the link to the site over here. So go have a look at this mock exam, the take-home exam that will
Yes.
use the Invigilator app. So what you'll do is you'll first scan the code. It will ask you for a photo, a selfie or something that you need to take. During the, so you're basically going to start the assessment with the Invigilator app. You're going to download your question paper. You're going to start filling it in. During that time period that you're going to be using it, it will give you a prompt. Okay, you have to take a picture of yourself, for instance, at certain times. So then you just take a picture of yourself, and then afterwards, so say that you're starting at 12 and it has to be done by 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock. So at 2 o'clock, if you have not submitted yet, submit first on the Invigilator app. So it's going to ask you to take pictures of the, let me just have a look on this environment here. So it will ask you to upload your assessment script. So you just take pictures with your phone of everything that you wrote. If you did it on paper, you just take pictures of the paper. If it's on your computer, you just take pictures of the Word documents that you were working on. Just make sure you capture everything. And then you upload it on the app. So on the app, it will then ask you to upload. So you say, yes, upload documents. And then once it's uploaded, we'll just let you know that it's complete. And then you go to myExams and you upload your script.
Okay.
myExams. The reason is the Invigilator app only gives you 15 minutes.
Okay.
The myExams gives you an hour after the submission time to upload.
Okay, and then I'm not so tech savvy. So with the Invigilator app, do I take normal photos, or is there something on the app that allows me to take photos?
So on the app, you will click on this little plus sign, and then you use this button. So it takes almost a picture of it, but it makes it nice and flat, so it looks like a scanned document.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, pleasure. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Really go do the mock exams just to test it out beforehand, so you're quite comfortable with it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Bye. Robo, you can go ahead. Robo, you can unmute. Okay, while we're waiting for Robo, let's take the next hand. Amanda, you can get. Amanda?
Evening, everyone. I have a quick question. I was doing an assignment sometime during the week, and halfway through my assignment, it said that I got a database error. What happens if this happens in the middle of my exam?
Okay, so the best would be, if you can, take a screenshot of it. Even if you take your phone, take a photo of that area that you're getting. If it's or if you can, just take a screen clipping and get the information to your lecturer as quick as possible with those screenshots. Was it an MCQ type of assessment, or was it an upload assessment that you did?
It was an MCQ.
Okay, so if it's an MCQ, still take the picture of that error so that you've got it as a backup. So in case you can't get back to it, then what you do is refresh the page and see if you can access that MCQ again. It does track exactly where you are, so you won't need to redo it. The questions that's already been captured. But if you do it, really just make sure that you document it and get it to your lecturer so that you can be eligible for rewrite.
All right. Thank you so much, Richard.
Pleasure. Karabo, I see you unmuted now. You can go ahead. We can't hear you, unfortunately, Karabo. Always also just make sure that your settings are correct. Just device settings for your microphone. If we can't hear you and your mic is unmuted. But otherwise, just please put your question in the chat, and then we can get to you from there. So we'll go to the next one, Salon Tatu. Fani, you can go ahead.
So my questions have already been answered. Thanks. I won't be asking any questions.
Well, that's great. Thank you. Tumaleng, you can go ahead.
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Oh, am I audible? Hi, good evening. Thanks, Richard. So my question is with regards to the profile picture. I have actually uploaded my profile picture on my my UNISA website, like my module website where we do our assignments and stuff, and it's visible. So my issue is when I log on to my exam portal, it's not visible. Should I worry about that? Because when I try to go and upload it there, the edit button is not there. So I'm just worried now I'll be writing and then
Okay,
it's
so
not
yes,
recognizing me.
so it's actually a very good question, and so you don't need to worry about that. You'll actually notice if you let's take, for instance, an example here. So remember, My Modules is the official learning platform, but what they do is for the big loads, for the exams, for the submissions, if you actually click on one of these links, the URL changes. For instance, it's cas.unisa. So each college got its own instance. So your profile picture won't show there. It must just be visible on myUnisa. You don't have to worry about the exam portal.
Oh, so it will be recognizing. That's my worry was that I'll be writing and then it won't be, then the picture is not there. Okay, no, that's fine then. Thank you.
No,
That's
that's
the,
fine.
the other questions were answered. Thank you.
Yeah, the ICT will sync up everything afterwards, so you don't need to worry about that. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Okay, Chantal, you can go ahead. Let me just make you presenter quickly. Chantal, you can go ahead.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good. I'm struggling to upload my profile picture. I'm using my cell phone. It doesn't show the edit profile part. Whenever I try to scroll it down, I just can't click on it because the module information at the top covers it along and I can't upload it. Does it have any effect if I don't upload it at all? Because the date was before the 13th.
Okay.
Like now.
Now, just try, if you turn your phone landscape mode, see if it's visible then.
I did that, and I also took a screenshot and I sent it on the chats to see for you guys to see the kind of problem that I'm having, but I'm still not answered yet. So I don't know.
Okay, so the problem has been, how can I say, reported already to ICT. So do not worry about it if you can't upload your picture. They will let you know when it's fixed. They'll send out a communication again, and then you can try and upload again. So don't worry about the due date that's now already passed or anything like that. The problem has been recorded, and we made it very vocal with the ICT already. So hopefully in the next week they will let us know that it's fixed, because there's a lot of
So
students
when
having.
should I keep on checking on it almost every day or?
No, check in 1 week's time or 2 weeks' time, just before you finish the exams. You don't stress yourself and now look every day onto it. And we'll ask that they send out communication once it's fixed as well.
Okay, so it doesn't have any effect on my exams or anything.
No, you won't be penalized because of that.
Okay, thank you very much. That's all.
Pleasure. Rose, you can go ahead. Rose, Ashulane, go ahead. I think you're on you're called in. But just try and unmute from your phone. But let's go to Pamela Salon. Pamela, you can go ahead. Pamela Tsukele Shange, you can go ahead. Response there. Victor, you can get Darren Victor. Oh, it's coming too late. Everybody is falling asleep. Let's Boho, you can go ahead.
Hi, Taryn here, if I can go ahead.
Yes, you can go ahead.
Hi, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just need clarification. So I'm very clear that with MCQ, we will have the camera on, but with the take-home exam that I'm going to be doing next week, we log into myUnisa, go to myExams, and then we download, we do what we need to do on the Invigilator app, and then we download our paper. Do we stay logged into myUnisa? So my first question is there a cap, because I'm using the Invigilator app for the take-home exam, will there be a camera on here? And do we stay logged onto myUnisa? Because I've noticed that if for periods of time I stayed on too long, it kind of logs out. Do I stay logged onto myUnisa, or do I just download my paper, go answer the questions, log back in, do what I need to on the Invigilator app, take my photos, submit those, and then submit it onto myUnisa?
Yes, so for the take-home exams, you do not need to be logged in the whole time to the exams portal. So you're going to come here, basically, you're going to download your exam paper, you're going to scan the QR code so that you start the invigilation. It will, then you don't have to worry about the myExams. Once you're done, you upload it with all your scripts with the Invigilator app, and then you log back in and you just submit on the myExams portal.
Okay, so that means that there's no Moodle protocol here, because I'll be using the Invigilator app for my my module.
Yes, yeah. So you won't be recorded on your webcam.
Okay, great. Thank you. And just one more second question. I don't know if I need to ask my lecturer, but do you know if we need to include a declaration in the paper, or will those instructions be in the exam? Or is the declaration that tick that you showed that we will click when we submit?
So it will depend on your paper. They might have an additional declaration that you need to do, but then it will be part of your exam paper. But else it will just be that tick that you need to do when you submit to declare that it is your own work.
Okay, great. So the lecturer, it will be clear in the paper whether we will or will not need.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Pleasure. Go well. Let me quickly allow Deboga, you can go ahead. Russell, Rose, if you can unmute, you can also go ahead. Rose, I see you unmuted, but we still can't hear you. If you can, perhaps just use your the chat to pose your question. I think there's something wrong with your device for the audio. Okay, Boho, Adelaide, you can go ahead. So we're gonna Timba, you can go ahead. Any answers here? Yamba, Longo, you can go ahead. Felicity, Yamba, Longo. Esther, you can go ahead.
Hi, sir.
Who's speaking now?
Elise Longo.
Oh, yes, Longo, you can go ahead.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Okay, Esther, we'll get back to you now. Let's just quickly get Lissy Yamba Longo a chance. Lissy, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I have 4 questions. And the first one is, can we write our exams on campus if we get a message that load shedding will happen during our exams?
Okay, so that's a very difficult one. Do you have your own laptop?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so just make sure the campus is open. If I don't know if a lot of the staff is striking still at the moment. So first make sure that the center is open and that you can use your own device. So you can just connect to the Wi-Fi. So even if you sit outside in the car, that you can connect to the Wi-Fi. But you will not be able to use the computers in the labs. to write your examination. So if you need to
Okay.
just access to the Wi-Fi, you can do it with your own device, but they will not allow in the labs where you can write, and that's because they don't have the webcams and there's no person that can invigilate to make sure, you know, if everybody is writing at the same time, the same area, that they don't disrupt each other.
Okay, that's understandable.
Okay, but yes, yes, okay.
Okay, and the second questions, when we're writing our exams, should we all should all our tabs be closed except one? Or let's say you're writing exams and you get a let's say a WhatsApp message or Outlook message on your laptop. Is that considered also cheating or something?
The best would be to close it so you don't get interrupted. You know, close all the tabs, but it won't be, if you're going to be using, for instance, the MCQ, it will only take pictures of you through the camera. It won't take pictures of your screen necessarily. But Invigilator app will also just record the sound. So if there's tabs open, it really won't mind, but as long as it doesn't disturb you or make noise in the background as well, that will give an alert.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
And third questions, what if somehow you come late to the exam? Is the time shortened or do they extend your time?
No, so especially what type of exams are you going to be writing? MCQ
I
or
will be-
take-home?
MCQ.
Okay, so remember the MCQs, they open at a certain time, they close at a certain time. So you have to complete it within that time allocation. And especially with the take home as well, the Invigilator app only allows you a certain time to log in and capture that code. So usually half an hour before the start and half an hour after the start. So it's very important that you try and get it when it starts, that you're ready to go for your
Okay.
allocated time.
Okay. Thank you. And my last question, I'm writing MCQ and they're giving us 4 full hours to complete the exam. And I just want to know, are we allowed to use 4 full exams or just can we complete before that time?
Okay, so you'll notice, for instance, they give you 4 hours. So that's the time period. But on the exam itself, it will give you, so it will say, for instance, the due date and time, and when it opens and when it closes. But the time limit might be 1 hour and 30 minutes. So you will only have 1 hour and 30 minutes to complete the MCQ, that depending on the time limit. So it might be 2 hours for your case. So even though it's open for 4 hours, you will still have this time limit. And a lot of people, you actually get 2 attempts as well. If you run into problems, you can always use a second attempt as well within that time period.
Okay, understandable.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Pleasure, you're well. Esther, you can go ahead.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Good, and you?
I'm fine. My questions have been answered, but just to make clear it on my side that I had it correctly. So you said if I want to access my exam, firstly I log in on my exam site and then I'll click on the module that I'll be writing on that day, and then I'll firstly scan the code since all of my exams are take home. And then if I scan the code, I am going to download the paper and then I can write whilst I logged out of the system since it's a take-home exam.
Yes, you're correct with all the
Yes,
steps.
Okay. And then the other thing is in terms of the Invigilator app, since I am going to scan the code, does that mean that the Invigilator app will time me in terms of the time, the duration of my exam? For instance, I'm writing CIV 3701. So it's a 4-hour exam. So is it going to time me for that 4 hours? And then at the end, it's going to ask me to take the pictures of my script on the laptop and upload it, or I'll have to time myself on my side and know that my exam is almost over, so I'll need to take a picture and upload.
So it does have a little time that it does show how much time is left. So the invigilator will time you, but it's always good to have just a backup timer as well. But the invigilator app will inform you when your time is getting close, and it will then prompt you to upload your scripts and your images. So just make sure that you do listen out for that when it tells you that your time has run out. So you can see, for instance, here, this picture over here, it's got a little clock here at the bottom, says 8 minutes to get started. So just do the mock exam as well and the demos of the Invigilator app so that you just, you can listen out to the different things it gives for when your time runs out.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, pleasure. You're welcome. Lorraine, you can go ahead. I'm just quickly going to allow your mic. Lorraine, Inugo, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much. Good evening.
Hi. Who is speaking now?
Okay, it's Lorraine.
Hi, Lorraine, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you so much for the session. Most of my questions have been answered. I just wanted to double check the WhatsApp number. Is it only for the Invigilator app people? Do we also have a WhatsApp number for the Moodle one?
So for the Moodle, unfortunately, there is no WhatsApp number. So if you run into problems with the Moodle app, then you'll have to contact UNISA for support.
Okay, and that 0800 number also works, eh?
Yes, so you can do the 0800 number, and then they also let us know that this email address, so if you go support, so the colleges will also be supporting on this mymodule22@unisa.ac.za. So you can email them as well.
Okay, and then these mocks, I've tried, I've gotten into it in terms of testing. So it's just to test the system. It's not for the exam.
Yes,
or
the
I
mock
want to have
exam.
the exam one.
Yes, so the mock exams will work exactly the same as what the exams are going to work, but you can do it the 10 times just to make sure that you feel comfortable and you're ready for the exams.
Okay, so when is the actual subject mock exam available?
No, so remember this is a general mock exam, so you'll just now get for when you actually go write your actual exam for the college.
Okay, so this one is just to familiarize yourself with the system. It's not about the actual subjects.
Yes, yeah, that's correct.
Okay, thank you so much. I think I'm covered.
Okay.
Oh, just one more thing. The profile picture things that I hear the colleagues talk about. Can you just touch base again?
Oh, sorry, just repeat the question, right?
The profile picture that must be uploaded. I missed that part because when I was testing as we were speaking, I went to the link. It took me to the sections of the mock exam. I did that. So I don't know if there was something else that I was supposed to upload prior or put my details because it just takes me nicely to to my actual page.
Okay, so there was a communications sent out that on my modules, you need to just upload a profile picture. So if you can have a look at the screen here, all you need to do is on my modules 2022, you click on your profile, your name, that will open the drop down. You click on your profile, you click on edit profile, and then you upload a picture. So this is just a reference picture that they're going to be using for proctoring as well to make sure that it is you writing. So beforehand, just go and upload your profile picture. Make sure it's a picture, where your face is visible and clear. So if they now do, for instance, the Moodle proctoring and they take pictures there, then they can actually see, oh, this is you that wrote the exam.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Let's get back here. So we actually already over time, so I'm just going to allow for the next. So we're going to stop at Molefe. for now. So we're not going to allow any additional hands after Molefe. Okay, so let's go. Thandi, you can go ahead.
Mr. Richard, I would like to ask in regards to me, my laptop currently is damaged. It got damaged 2 weeks back. And then what I wanted to ask is that the only device that I have right now is my cell phone. In terms of the Invigilator app, how am I going to work around that? Do I copy the QR code and then paste it on my Invigilator app, or how am I supposed to work around that? Because my cell phone is the only device that I currently have. And then
Okay.
question is that my colleagues were asking in terms of load shedding. So now every time I have experienced load shedding in my area, I would go onto the ESCOM website to check if I can access the proof if there were a case that I have to produce it in the case of schoolwork and things. But now I haven't found such. Do I go to the ESCOM offices for the proof that my area was currently affected during my exam, or how do I work around that? Because most of the time, if I experience load shedding, my network will be giving me problems maybe for an hour or so.
Okay, so the best would be, especially when the power goes out at random times, just take a picture of your power being out and send it to your lecturer as soon as we've got connectivity again. You don't necessarily have to go all the way to get the ESCOM proof. Remember, your lecturers are also there to try and support you. So any evidence that you can just have that your power is out, but just the big thing is to communicate with them as quickly as possible. As soon as you get power again, get the information to them, reach out to your lecturer, and they will be able to assist you from there. Just in terms of since you're going to be using one device, in the app, I just quickly want to look where it is. Here we go. So if you look here at the top, there's a button called Access LMS. So what you need to do is you open the app, you go to Access LMS, you click on this one, it will open up myUNISA, the myExams. You scroll down to myExams, you log in, everything within the app, you get the code. So the code here is at the bottom, the 2BF. So you just write it down and then you type it into the app. And then you start the normal way that you will be doing. So then afterwards, and now this is where it comes down a bit tricky with the take-home exam. So afterwards, you're going to then obviously scan everything with your phone, and you're going to submit it to in the Invigilator app. And then that same scanned document, they're going to make it available now that you can then upload that document to the myExams portal. So you'll click again on that button, the LMS button. So just make sure that you see that LMS button. You log into the exams portal, you upload, submit, and then you upload that, how can I say, your script that you took the pictures from. So because it's also a new feature that they released, even this weekend, go try that mock exam and do it on your phone so that you make sure that you are able to access the LMS from the app and then also upload the script that you took the pictures of with your phone afterwards to the myExams portal and to the app.
You previously said we're going to take pictures with the app and then submit it. Then we can submit after on on our portal. What I want to ask again is that in that case, how do I scan that? Do we have the scanner within the app, or I have to go use another app again to scan my documents and then upload on my UNISA, on my exam, I mean?
Okay, so this app, when you take the pictures, yeah, it's got the, it takes pictures like normal, but it actually it makes it nice and flat and everything like a phone scanner. So
Yes.
you just submit this one and it even makes it one PDF document that you can upload.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much. You've helped me a lot.
Okay.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And then for the take-home exam, I will have to download the question paper. Will it be visible on the app, or I would have to open another tab to see my question paper?
No. So you will just click on this Access LMS button again, and then you can view it in this browser that they have. So try not to leave the app at all. The app must stay open. So you just use this Access LMS, and it will open in the app where you can view then the questions.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Okay. Good luck with the exams.
Thank you.
Let me just allow me. Anna, you can go ahead. Or Anna, to lower the hand. Dinio, you can go ahead. Let me just allow the mic for you.
Hello, can you hear me?
He's speaking now. Anna, yes, you can go ahead.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you. My question has been answered on the chat box, but I just want to refer it again. I was admitted at hospital on Monday, so I just got discharged today. So, and the doctor has booked me off till the 18th, and my exam it's on the 19th. So, I don't know. I'm a first year student, so I don't know what is expected to me. But ever since I'm on the session, I can see that there is the Vigilators app that I need to download. So I'm a bit confused. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. But so far they've sent me the 2 links of the 2 sessions that I've missed. So may you please advise what to do for me since I'm writing on Thursday?
Okay, so you already missed 2.
Yes.
Okay,
According to the session, is it 2? Hold on a sec. Can I just double check?
For the webinars.
Yes.
Okay, no, all you need to do is I'll post a link as well now in the chat. Let me put you in the chat quickly again. So for those webinar sessions, it's both of them are exactly the same. So you don't need to worry about having just missed both of them. But click on the link, it will open up the website. So if you go here under webinar recordings. So So we've got the whole session recorded, and it will take you step by step through everything that you need to know to get ready for your exam.
Okay. All right. No, thank you so much. I'll catch up throughout the weekend.
Okay, yeah, great. And
thank you so
practice and
much.
do the mock exam, and good luck with the exams.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Okay, Dinio, you can go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, I have a problem on my submission because on the 18th of March I tried submitting, but I submitted the wrong assignment, the one I did not finish. But then when I check on my email, it says resubmission, it's open, but still it doesn't allow me to submit. So what must I do?
Which module are you writing? Or for which module is it?
The one for 18 March. Yeah, it was 18 March. Organizational communication.
Do you have the module code for that one?
Sorry to interrupt. She's referring to the assignment,
Yes.
not exam.
Yeah.
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 Can maybe I explain something regarding that?
Yes, you can go ahead.
With assignments, sometimes resubmission is not automatic. It depends on the settings that the lecturer have done. Sometimes the lecturer
create a manual resubmission wherein you need to send the lecturer a message to indicate that you submitted the wrong paper. So the lecturer will open only for you because they don't like open for everyone. So they open for those who is necessary for them to resubmit. Then the lecturer will tell you, then you when you get in, it will show you that yours is reopened and you are able to submit. But if the lecturer did not open it for you, you will not be able to resubmit. So it's not always automatic.
Okay.
So the best would be to contact your lecturer and just ask them to open it up for you, because it is a setting on the assessments, and some of them was set up so that it doesn't automatically open. So the best advice would be to contact the lecturer because they will have the access to open it up for you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, can I ask another question about the assignment result? Because when I open on the timetable to check my result, it says error found. Why?
For which module? For
When
all of
I,
them?
for all of them, they all saying that.
Yeah, so what you need to do is, in that case, I would advise, if you can, take a screenshot of it, and then you send it to this email address. I'll copy the link here.
Okay.
To the chat and send them the error, because it might be a system error that's causing that.
All right.
Just put here
Richard,
the email. Yes.
Can I also come in there, Richard?
Yes.
I hear the student is saying is checking the results on the timetable. You cannot check the results on the timetable. You
It
need
says
to when you are on the system, you'll see the tab grades. Have you seen that?
no. I'll try check it now.
Yeah. I think, Richard, you can quickly maybe on the screen just go to one module so that we show her.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll
when you are on the module, you can open the navigation on the far left, Richard. Yes. On that navigation, you'll see grades where Richard is pointing right now. So when you click there, that's where you will be able to see the marks of your different assessments for that module.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the last question can I ask? Because, hello?
Yes.
Yeah, Richard. The last question is, I just saw the email right now on my Outlook that says we must not submit our examination portfolio. But then because of these load shadings, before I received an email that says we must submit our examination portfolios 3 days before because they won't allow us to submit late. But now when I open Outlook email, it says we must not submit until we get classes and attend. Then they will tell us when to submit those portfolio examination. So I want to ask now, what must I do? Because already I have submitted the examination portfolio, which is due on 19 May and 26 May.
Okay, so those ones, the portfolio examinations, so you submitted it on your module site. So don't worry that you submitted it already. You know, if they're going to have those sessions where they're going to give you information, if there's something that you did wrong, then they should allow you to resubmit. So there you should, because it's very module specific, and it's unfortunate that the communication is not adequate, but there you'll also have to follow up with your lecturer. They will be able to advise you, but don't worry that you submitted already. The classes, they will probably just give you some more information on how to submit. And if there's something that you need to change, you can just ask that you resubmit.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm done with questions. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dinia. So let's go to the next thing. Neda, you can go ahead. Yeah. While we're waiting for Neda, Colleen, you can go ahead. Okay. Colin, you can go ahead. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Annelies from Jaarsveld, you can go ahead. Well, Colin, I see you turn your mic on and off again.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, I tried doing the mock exam today. However, I didn't get anywhere with it because it kept saying I should allow my camera to access my browser. I got as far as the validation process, but then there was no pop-up where I could allow this access to my browser. So I don't know what the issue could be.
Did you do it on your computer or laptop?
On my laptop. The
Okay.
MCQ one, yes, on my laptop.
Okay, so what you need to do is, let's quickly go to that one. So the first time when you access it, it should give a pop-up to ask for allow. It usually comes here in the left. If you accidentally click blocked, then you see in the page here at the top, there's usually like a little camera or something. And then here you have to say then always allow for the camera and then done. If you don't see this, that means, are you sure your laptop's camera is working?
I'm sure it is, but okay, I'll double check and try again. Because
So
I even tried now while we are busy, but there's no pop-up that comes up.
So have a look at the top if there's a camera there that you can allow. Else just open the camera app on Windows and just make sure that your camera is working.
Okay, all right, I'll try that and then retry the mock exam. Thank you.
Okay, pleasure.
Another thing, Richard, maybe she can just click on that word, the word that says allow. She can just click that.
There's no option. It just says allow, but there's no display where I can press allow. It says please
Yeah, you
allow.
just click on that word. The word that says
No,
allow, you
Dada.
just click on it. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So have a look here at the top. If you don't see this camera, then most likely there's something wrong with your camera on the device. And then you just search for camera, the app, just make sure it works. And even try then a different browser. So if it's Chrome, try Edge, or if you're using Chrome, then even Opera or any of them, just try different browsers as well if your camera is working on the device.
All right, thank you so much.
Okay, Annelies, you can go ahead.
Hi, Richard. I just want to confirm about the multiple screens. I think you said it's fine. The angle right at the beginning, is that okay?
So if you're doing MCQ and you've got a camera and it's just going to get you from the side, that's also fine. So as long as you you can use your multiple screens, and it's not going to be capturing the screens, so you can so no. But yes, so it won't be capturing what you actually do on the screen.
Yes. Richard, and then what if I work in the office and someone unexpectedly comes in and talk to me?
So, if it's with the Invigilator app, you've still got a little bit of grace because they record the sound and they will realize, okay, you're not speaking about the work. So on your phone, the cameras, look, they're using it more to make sure that you are not getting assistance. So, if they only look at it when they suspect that there is that you've got assistance here. And then finally, remember, if they flag you that somebody was there, you can still appeal it as well and get the person also to give a statement that it was at work or anything like that. But don't worry too much. If somebody just pops in the door and you shout at them to get out.
Oh, so I can.
Yes. Yeah.
So I would like to. Thank you. Thank you, Richard.
Okay, pleasure. Cool. Goodwill, you can go ahead. Okay, goodwill. It's going to lower the hands here. Okay, goodwill. Celia, you can go ahead. Celia.
What if?
Yes, goodwill.
Yes, yes. I'll be writing two modules on procuring tool. So I received an email today which said that students with disability are exempted to not use procuring tools.
Yes. Yeah.
So my question is that when I am in my exam, I should not bother myself to the module procuring app, procuring icon. I should just start my exam.
Okay.
I just log in and start my exam.
Yes. So you just have to check. Have you made contact with the Oxford Centre so that you requested for leniency with the proctoring?
Hello?
That you requested that you declare that you've got a disability and requested with the Oxford that you don't have to do the proctoring.
I have a.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna.
I didn't catch you well.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in the chat the email address. Let me just quickly.
Okay.
So it's going to be two email addresses. It's oxford@unisa.ac.za and the other one is nkunjabi. It's Pintias. So they'll send you a form that you just need to complete so that you are exempted for the examination. And then they make a special arrangement because you won't be using the normal link. They'll actually give you like a special link to join, and then you don't need the proctoring.
So my question is that I should not bother myself with a procuring icon. I could just start my exam without logging into it.
Yes, yeah. So then you just start the exams.
So the system will just recognize me.
Yes, but you must first fill in that form that you get exemption.
So they will just they will know they will identify me with my student number. So and with those modules that I will be writing that day.
Yes, yeah. So once you fill in the form that you're going to get from Oxford, and then they will automatically pick it up with your student number.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
But really, email that Oxford as soon as you can, just to get that that you don't have to do it. Just declare your disability and fill in the form.
Okay. With a letter from the doctor.
Yes, yeah. So Oxford, and they'll send you a form that you need to complete. Pintias, you will be able to assist you very quickly so that you get on the system.
I catch you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Celia Makua, you can go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. This is my first year. I already tried to learn, but my worry is one. I just want to know, like with the Invigilator app, what if let's say I look help for someone, not to help me to write, just to send for me the that I'll be looking for. When they say they need something, then I'll ask someone to help me if I'm struggling with it. Will they penalize me for that?
Okay, so with the Invigilator app, remember the Invigilator app does record sound. So if you get flagged, they are going to listen to what the person said to you. So as long as they don't discuss the work, the content of the examination, they would just perhaps assisting you with clicking on a button or or assisting you in terms of getting your technology right, then you've got a motivation even if you get flagged. So don't worry too much about if somebody comes and help you with the computer or technical assistance. But if you're going to be discussing the work content, that's when they're going to flag you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, pleasure. Selena, you can go ahead. Niso, you can go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, sir. I don't know if you heard what I said earlier.
No.
Technology is a bit of a challenge as well for some of us. I'm also a first-year student, so this is a bit overwhelming, having to learn everything in one go. I just want to find out, I tried to download the Invigilator app. I've checked and I saw that the module that I'll be writing is on the Invigilator app. And I saw it sends a verification, I'm supposed to have a verification code sent.
Yes.
I'm not sure if this is supposed to be on the, it will be sent via the email or the SMS, because I've been waiting and I'm not getting the code.
Okay, so it's going to be to your email, so your MyLife email address. So you'll need to go to your MyLife email, and then you'll get the code from there.
I don't think I've used the email before. Is that the UNISA one?
Yes, yeah, the UNISA
Because
MyLife
it's still,
email.
okay, it still required me to sign in, so I don't know if the PIN would be the same one that I use for logging in.
Yes, so remember when you log into your MyLife email, so that will be then your student number at mylife.unisa.ac.za, and the password will be the same one you use for myUNISA.
Okay, that just gives me sometimes a problem. I battled earlier to use that password, so yeah.
What you
I
can do
type
is,
it many times, but it keeps saying invalid.
okay, so yeah, it's very important that you do try and get that password correct, because if you're going to struggle with getting into MyLife with the password, then you're going to struggle to get into the exams portal. So rather than reset your password for MyLife so that you know exactly what the password is, but it should work with, if it's your student number at mylife.unisa.ac.za, and then your myUNISA password. I just want to show you here on the app as well. What you can do is where they ask for the verification PIN, you can click the button or link right at the bottom, send verification PIN to my cell phone, and then you will get it on your cell phone as well.
Okay, I'll try that. Thank you, sir.
Really try and get into your MyLife. It's very important that you can access your MyLife email address for any announcements and all that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, clear. Sibon Niso, you can go ahead.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm good. My question, most of my questions have been answered. However, I just joined very late due to the technology. You know, at my age, and you're trying to figure out everything, and then you ended up maybe getting into it and maybe not. I've downloaded today the app for Invigilator, and I have sorted out the one for Moodle. But I'm a bit confused now with all these things now, that where to start now when you're writing your exam. I go through my UNISA, or I go to Moodle first, and then, or I go to Invigilator first. Where to start?
Okay, so first thing, I don't know, did you have access to this site that we've got over here? I'll post a link again in the chat. So let me just quickly pop it in here.
Okay.
Make sure you can open up this link. Let me just There you go. So first thing you're going to do is go to this, what proctoring tool will my module use? So you'll put in your module codes, you'll type it in one by one, it will pop up. So then it will tell you what are you going to be using.
On Moodle.
Yes, this is on the link that I just sent you.
Or you're sending it on my Moodle.
Yes, on the chat.
Or on a chat, okay.
Okay, so it's on the chat. So once you open that, then you can type in your module. So the first thing is to see what type of proctoring are you going to be using. Are you going to use model proctoring or Vigilator app? So on the day of then what you can do is you can do the mock exams. So the mock exams, you can also open up click on this button, and then you can test out both. So the MCQ will use Moodle, and the take home will use the Vigilator app. You'll see here it gives you the instructions, scan, and then you just download the paper, and then you upload it at the end. So all the instructions are on the page as well. And then on the day of your exam, you'll go to myUNISA.
Yes.
You do not need to log into myUNISA, but you click on this link here, myExams.
myExams, okay.
Then you click on the date that you're going to be writing. Remember, it only lists 5 days in advance. So if it's after the 17th, it won't be up yet. So you'll click on the date, and then you click on your module, and then it will ask you to log in. So you log in with your myUNISA credentials, and then you'll notice it will look exactly like the normal, portal for Moodle. So if you click on it, it will open it up. You'll put in your password. You'll see at the top the button is now My Exams. It's not My Modules. And then from there, you just select the exam that you're going to be writing, and then you'll click on the exam, and then you'll start.
Okay. Let's say now, let's say now, I'm writing my exam on my laptop, and then when I want to upload now my exam, I cannot upload it from my laptop. I have to transfer it from my laptop to my mobile phone, and from there and then upload it, submit it to exam. And then
why do you need to? Why can't you upload it from your laptop?
I haven't done it before. What I have done it before now, when I was doing all my assessment, my assignments, what I was doing my work on the laptop. When I'm done, then convert it from the laptop, convert it to PDF, from PDF, and then transfer it to my cell phone, and then from the cell phone, then upload it on myUNISA. That's my critical area that I'm a bit confused on it. That now, as I'm approaching the exams now, which route should I take?
The best would be if you can submit directly from your laptop. So if you log into My Modules on your laptop, you go to the exam, you click here, Add Submission, and then you upload it from here. You just click on this file, and then I've got the file one over here, and then you upload a file to your to this page.
Okay. Another challenge that I've experienced from my laptop, during the beginning of the year, on my laptop, when I go to myUNISA, but when I go to my modules doesn't appear on the screen like on my cell phone. On my cell phone, when I'm just going to myUNISA and then go to my modules, they're all there, and then I can click on one that I choose to go to at that time. But on my laptop, no module that does appear on the screen.
Have you clicked on the My Modules button here at the top?
Yes, I have done it several times.
What web browser are you using?
Sorry?
What internet browser are you using? Is it Chrome or is it Internet
Google.
Explorer? Is it Google Chrome?
Yes, Google Chrome.
So I think what you must try and do is click on these three dots over here. And then you say new incognito window. And try and log in again to my UNISA and then my modules.
Okay, wait. Want to see you now? Okay, yeah, right.
So you click here, new in private window, and then you just go back to my UNISA. Then you log in again with your student number. Then you click on My Modules 2022.
Yes.
And then on here, it should then give you a list of all your modules if you click on the My Modules.
After my modules 2022, and then where to click?
You click on this big orange button at the top, My Modules.
Oh, okay. Hello?
Yes, can you see it?
Okay, yeah, right. Oh, what's this now? Okay, now I can see it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll try that on my laptop and before the exam dates, and then if I am having any problems, I'll try to get some help from the WhatsApp. Yeah.
Okay, and remember next Friday we're having another session, blast sessions as well, from 10 o'clock.
Friday I'm already writing. It's the Friday is the 20th. Eh?
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm. It's my first paper on Friday. Thank you so much for your time and your help.
Yeah, pleasure. Go well and good luck with the exams.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Leslie, we're going to stop with Matimba. The last question. So Leslie, you can go ahead. Okay, don't see here. Okay, Matimba, you can go ahead. You'll be our last student for tonight. Unfortunately, we're already an hour over time. Matimba. Okay, Matimba is not yours. So thank you everybody for joining us today with our first blast session. It was your 3-hour marathon. Well, I think we covered quite a lot. Thank you for joining us on a Friday evening, and good luck with your exams. So remember on. Oh,
can you please see?
Yes, you can
Mr. Richard?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I was trying to unmute here. Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
You know, yeah, I raised my hand earlier. I joined the same time you said we must start the meeting. And then when I raised my hand, the moment I wanted to ask the question, I think my line was breaking this side. And then when I rejoined, I found that you unmuted me. You muted me.
No problem. You can go ahead, Matimba. How can I help you?
All right. Thank you so much. I've got some few questions here. It's not a lot. All right. Just to confirm this first. Do I need 2 gadgets to complete my exam? The first question. A laptop and a phone. A phone for the app and Richard, are you still with me?
Yes, yeah, no, I'm with you.
Yes,
and
no.
your second question?
Yes. And then writing the exam, do I write the exam on the system or will I have to write on the Word document so that I can convert into a PDF, or there are exams that I need to complete online on the system?
Okay, so the first thing you need to do is with this link that we
Richard, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I don't know if it's my line here. That's.
I think you're struggling to hear us. But Timba, so what you need to do is first confirm what tool are you going to be using. So you first go here to the website.
My line is this side, but I can see what you are displaying on the system on the screen.
Oh, okay. Remember, the recording will also be made available. So you can go and look at the recording as well. So the first thing you must
Okay.
first confirm which tool are you
My
going to use.
module is EDDHOD. Are you with me, Mr. Richard?
Well, Matumba, you're breaking up.
EDDHOD. Yes, that one. Huh?
This one. Okay, so you will be using
Right.
the Invigilator app. So you then need to go to the proctoring, and then you need to.
Mr. Richard, can you hear me?
Matumba, you're breaking up very bad. I think rather go and have a look at the webinar recordings where we take you step by step through how to do it. And because there you will see as well, you can
Hello,
use
Mr.
one
Richard?
device. Matumba, you're breaking up bad. so I'm going to mute you now. You're breaking up very bad. Matumba, rather, I'll put it in the chat as well. Rather go have a look at the webinar recording where we do answer that question of the Invigilator app. You can use one device or you can use two devices. So depending on how you prefer to do it. But yes, so we're going to end it there. So thank you everybody for joining. Remember, next week, Friday, we again have a blast session from 10 to 12. During the week, we will have a webinar session on Tuesday. So if you want to see the whole webinar session, it's a live event. So we have Tuesday from, let me just get to the correct date here, from 6 to 8. And then on Thursday next week from 10 to 12. So please come and join these sessions if you can. But thank you everybody for joining and good luck with your exams if you're writing this week. All rooting for you from our side. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, colleagues. Richard, well done.
Thanks, Doctor.
We can send you an e-bells.